right, everybody. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I want to talk about one thing today. I want to talk about innovation. That's the word of the day. I feel like a lot of businesses don't innovate. They don't look at their processes. They don't look at they just don't look at a lot of their things and kind of understand, hey, I can make money here. I'm losing money there. So where do we go from here? It's funny because I feel like I'm in an uphill battle, especially right now. I'm fighting an uphill battle. And it's actually going pretty darn well. However, I am blessed in that the previous owner of this business was, how do I put this way? He was self-taught and didn't really have anybody to teach him, anybody above him at any point in his career to learn what to do and what not to do. So I have kind of an example here. I have a machine that was brought in. It was an older machine, and instead of this person getting a renewed machine, a brand new machine, the previous owner threw a new motherboard processor in it, and yeah, it's bad to a point where the CPU cooler no longer is attached to the motherboard, so that's a problem. So when initially looking at this issue, when I called the customer, and I started looking, it was going to be an astronomical amount to fix his machine because we had to find parts and then we had to install those parts. Well, here's the thing. When I gave those recommendations to this customer, he didn't really go for it. Well, he did. In an ideal situation, this machine needs to go bye-bye. It's an old machine. It needs to go bye-bye. So I offered that to him. I said, hey, we have plenty of machines here. Let's get you in one of those. Or we could go ahead and spend a little over $200 and fix this. Well, he liked the idea of spending over $200 to fix a machine that's older than dirt. Okay, fair enough. I totally understand. It has changed. However, it's not my recommendation. So I told him I'd do some digging for him because in my head, I wouldn't spend that on a machine that's already had a lot of work done to it. I just cut my losses and let's move on. I got digging and I found something. And in fact, you probably hear that whine. And so I found an STL for that part. So we are now 3D printing his part for his machine. I think that's pretty cool. And I think it's an innovation, right? Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people who have older machines and who may want to keep it because of change. They would rather put money into this old machine than update it. Like, I totally get it. I totally understand not wanting to change your machine, change all your stuff around. But at the same token, it's time. But ultimately, if someone comes back and says, hey, I know I told you it was gonna be a little over $200. I found something better for you. I innovated a little bit. We're gonna 3D print that part for you. You know what? I might do it. He actually seemed pretty excited about a 3D printed part. And I'm pretty stoked about it too. I've never done that before for a machine, especially around the processor. I'm just hoping it holds up to the heat. I think it will. We'll find out. So there's that. So guys, we have to innovate. There's all kinds of innovation that you can do. And you can partner with people to innovate too. If you've got a business where you're buying parts and you're buying them in bulk, and maybe it's gonna cost you a massive amount of money, maybe do some Google search and see if there's a 3D printing 3D printing business in your area. If you're looking at buying a business and you're looking at it and you're like, man, this is just way too much money. Or maybe they have a bad reputation. Maybe, maybe they're just not exactly what you want. You know what? Innovate. Look, there's nothing wrong with starting a business and innovating it by yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with looking at wanting to start a business and then realizing like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a lot more than I thought. There's nothing wrong with purchasing a business. Purchasing a business allows you to innovate with the tools you have, but starting a business from scratch allows you to innovate with the knowledge that you gain through research, right? So we have to innovate, whether that's 3D printing your own parts, whether that's printing your own items from a marketing, we have to innovate, whether it's reaching out to an unlikely customer or maybe talking to an unlikely customer, because at the end of the day, if you innovate, if you're able to pivot, you're gonna survive. And that's what we want. So guys, I wanna ask you one question and leave it in the comments. What have you done to innovate lately, whether it's in your business or your personal life? What have you done to build innovation or to bring innovation to your industry? Leave it down in the comments guys, you know what? This was a quick video. And I thank you for watching. Obviously, we're going to release a lot more content. I really like doing this. It's stoked a passion of mine to do more video stuff. So let me know if there's something you want me to touch on, something you want me to address in the next video. And hopefully, I'll get to it quick. This is actually the fastest that I've done a video. So anyway, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up, like it, hit that bell button, I guess subscribe, you know, and hit that bell button so you know when another video is coming. Guys, I thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.